guys might want to grab a snack for this one, considering I have a feeling this is going to be quite a long video.
There's no better time than now, baby. The sky is falling down. Well, baby, are you down, 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 down? I could wait forever and a day.
Hey guys, what's up? So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you all some tips on how to be successful on YouTube. And before I even get started, I just want to say that when I say the term successful on YouTube, I mean that so loosely because I do not by any means consider myself to be successful on YouTube. Although I am incredibly grateful for my 12,500 subscribers. I love you all so, so much. I don't really consider myself to be all that successful compared to people who have like 1 million, 2 million, 500,000. But I do want to share some tips with you guys that I wish I knew when I was first starting off with YouTube, and also some things that might help you guys get to the point where I am at right now, because I'm incredibly happy where I am right now, and I think a lot of you guys would be too. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first topic that I'm going to discuss about how to be successful on YouTube is the basics. And the basics include cameras, lighting, editing, scheduling, overall channel setup. So the first thing that is incredibly important before you even film your first YouTube video is a channel name. And one thing that I've realized is as the beauty community on YouTube grows, there are more and more people who are using the channel names that go like beauty by something or other, fashion by something or other, makeup by something or other. And although people might think that those channels might increase the likelihood of you gaining more subscribers, as time goes on, it's actually decreasing, because as more people start using those usernames, it's becoming less and less unique. So definitely try and dig deep into your brain and think of some really creative channel names. And an example for you guys is my really good friend here on YouTube, Cicely. Her channel name is Beauty Miss 33, and when you say it, it sounds like Beauty Miss 33, but in reality, it's Beautimus 33, and I just love that so much because it can be said two different ways. It's just an amazing username overall, and I give her so much credit for that. Honestly, I just think it's an absolutely incredible channel name. So shout out to you, sis. You have an awesome channel name. I love you. The next thing to keep in mind before you even film your first YouTube video is overall channel setup. You want to get your channel established before you start welcoming people to your channel. So the two most important things when creating your channel is a channel profile picture, I guess, and a channel banner. So as for your profile picture should be a very high quality photo. I say this because there have been times where I've seen a channel and I've looked at their profile picture and it was not all that good of quality. It was probably shot on a webcam, kind of fuzzy. I couldn't really make out what the person looked like, and that is incredibly important. So definitely try and keep that in mind. And as for banners are like a big welcome home sign, if you know what I mean. It's just welcoming people to your channel, and if it is a really nice banner, people are gonna think that you're really well put together, even if you might not be, like myself. So if you're looking to make your own banner, I definitely recommend PicMonkey.com. It is absolutely incredible, and it's even good for making thumbnails, which I will discuss in a little bit, and I just absolutely love that site. I use it all the time, and I just completely recommend it. And now once all of that is out of the way, you can start filming your first YouTube video. And once you want to start filming your first one, these are some things that I suggest you keep in mind. Use a good, not great camera. Definitely try and find the thing in your house that you think has the highest quality and that will make your videos look the best. But definitely do not feel the need to go out and splurge on a Canon T2i, a Canon 60D. Definitely do not feel the need to splurge on those, especially since you don't really know how into YouTube you're gonna get. And if you are lucky enough to have a really nice camera in your possession before you start YouTube, then go for it. Use that camera and live it up, because that is a gift. But if you don't, then it's not really a big deal. There are plenty of people who do not shoot on a lot of those fancy schmancy cameras, and they do absolutely amazing. Another thing to keep in mind is good, not great editing. And editing is super important because it kind of just lets your viewers see a little bit of your personality, but you definitely just want to keep it at a minimum. It should be good, but you don't need to splurge on Final Cut Pro X, which is $300. Now comes probably one of the most important things. Lighting can make or break your video, and I say this with full honesty, because you could have an amazing quality camera, but if your lighting is poor, it won't really give the full effect to your viewers. So right now, if you were wondering how I'm getting my lighting, I have 3 windows in my room. So one over here, one right back there, and another right behind me. So that allows for a lot of natural light to come into my room. Then I have a yellow light right to my right, and then a yellow light over there. And that kind of balances out the harsh white light that is right in front of me. So I have a softbox studio light right in front of me, and this can be quite harsh if you do not balance it out with some yellow lights. So I definitely recommend that. But if you are blessed to have really nice natural lighting in your room, go for it. And lastly, in the basics is scheduling. And scheduling kind of comes out as you progress through YouTube, but schedules are really important, because if you know you're super busy on Mondays through Wednesdays, then those are not going to be your posting / filming days. So maybe try and block out some time, different times during the week. So it's really a matter of personal preference and other things that you have going on during the week, but definitely try and mend to what is already given to you, like sports or in-school activities, out-of-school activities, anything like that. The second topic that I'm going to be discussing is how you present yourself. And unfortunately, people make first impressions on YouTube very quickly. So it's important to present yourself in a way that you would want people to want to see more of you. So the first thing that is important when presenting yourself is outfits. Outfits are very important. You do not need to break out all your designer stuff whatsoever. People do not care about the brands that you're wearing. Honestly, I don't know what brands I'm wearing right now, and it does not affect me, because I think I look kind of cute, I think I look put together, and that's all that really should matter. Definitely just wear something that makes you feel comfortable, but not too comfortable. Do not film a video in your PJs, because I think the only day of the year that is kind of acceptable is for Black Friday, because I'm gonna be real here, after I go Black Friday shopping, there's no way in heck you are getting me out of my pajamas. Next up is makeup. Makeup is also very important. You do not need to wear false lashes, winged eyeliner all the time. You don't even need to wear all that much. Like right now, this is probably the most makeup I've worn in a video in a very long time. And I don't know why, I was just kind of feeling it, but most of the time I just wear concealer. I don't really wear foundation because I don't really have to. Then I fill in my eyebrows, because eyebrows open up your face like crazy. Peace, love eyebrows. Shimmery champagne color eyeshadow, and then mascara, and then a little bit of blush, and that's it. I don't really go all that crazy with makeup, and it seems to kind of work. This one is super important. The background of your videos should be relatively clean and free of any distractions. So right now, my room is incredibly clean, at least to what you can see. If you saw my desk, however, that's a different story. But behind me, everything that you guys can see right now is spotless, and that's how I like it. Another thing is, do not film a YouTube video with your friends in the background, because it's very easy to get distracted by your friends. Obviously, I know that firsthand because I hang out with my friends and I know how distracted I can get. But just make sure that there are no distractions in your room, and you try and keep it as clean as possible. And the last one is hands down the most important. Forget about background, forget about outfits, makeup, hair, anything. Forget about all of that. The most important thing is that you are yourself. You have to be yourself. If people start to believe that you are coming across as fake or phony, that's going to make them not want to subscribe to you. And it's very unfortunate, because sometimes if you're shy, it's hard to kind of come across bubbly. But just know that you don't have to be bubbly. Just because a lot of popular YouTubers right now are extremely bubbly does not mean that you're not going to be successful if you're not. You just have to be incredibly you. And you is the best thing that you can be. And I promise you that your true subscribers are going to love you for who you are. If you're naturally bubbly, then be yourself, because I am naturally very outgoing and I am very happy that I am, but I also know a lot of people who are not as outgoing, but they're incredibly successful, and I love watching them because I know that they're being themselves. So just keep that in mind. The third topic that I'm going to be covering is how to get your channel out there. And this, I know how difficult it can be. I have been there and I am still there. Everyone wants to get their channel out there and everyone wants to get people to find their channel, but there are good ways to do this and there are bad ways to do this. So I'm going to be covering both. The first thing that you can do that is a positive thing and that will help you get some exposure to your channel is use social media. If you are allowed to have a Twitter, an Instagram, a Facebook, anything, it'll help you reach out to a lot more people who might want to subscribe to your channel. One of the things that has helped me so incredibly much is Twitter. If you can get a Twitter, get a Twitter because it is absolutely amazing. It has helped me make so many YouTube friends, which will be my next topic, and it's helped a lot of people find my channel. So if you found me through Twitter, leave a comment down below because I would love to know that. So like I just said, another really important thing in YouTube is YouTube friends, and I cannot even explain to you how amazing YouTube friends are, and they're incredible for a lot of different ways. First of all, I have made some of my best friends on YouTube, and you guys know who you are. I talk to these people on a daily basis. We have group chats, we tweet each other. There are good and bad ways to go about getting YouTube friends, and this is going to carry in to my next thing. No spam. Spam is the worst possible thing that you can do for your channel. Honestly, you might think that it's getting a few people here and there, but those people are not going to be loyal subscribers in any way. Those people are not going to be there because they love your channel. They're going to be there because, hey, she said sub for sub, so let's sub for sub. It's just not gonna help you. The comments that I've been seeing a lot that say, does anyone want to be YouTube friends? Those are never gonna get you any YouTube friends. Any genuine YouTube friends, they're not gonna get you them because those aren't how I made my YouTube friends, and from my knowledge, none of my friends made their YouTube friends that way, so I just don't really see how it's gonna help. There are really good ways to make YouTube friends. Twitter is an amazing outlet because all you have to do is send a simple tweet, and even if they don't respond, it's no big deal as long as you try. And those tweets can say something as simple as, hey girl, saw your newest video, absolutely loved it. I had a question. What scarf were you wearing in your intro? That's it. And that person will probably respond to you if they see it, and that is an automatic conversation starter. If they say, oh, I got it at Forever 21, you're like, no way, I think I saw the same one. I'm gonna go pick it up, thank you. And that's one conversation. And now they know that you exist. And if they kind of get a good feeling about you, that could lead to them following you on Twitter and you guys becoming really good friends. The next topic that I'm going to be covering is the video making process. So in the beginning of your YouTube career, definitely make sure that you're doing highly requested videos because it will kickstart your channel like no other. So if you, as your first video, decide that you want to do a makeup collection video, those videos are incredibly popular, and that could lead to a lot of people finding your channel. And if they like what they see, then obviously they're going to subscribe. So that could be an awesome kickstart for your channel. So definitely make sure that you're doing highly requested videos as your first couple videos. Another thing is people like to hear good music, and I know that I get a lot of questions saying, how did you use Taylor Swift's song Shake It Off in your video without getting copyright? And this is incredibly important. The way that I use those songs in my videos is that if you use 30 seconds or less in your videos of any popular song, you should be fine. They're not gonna mark you for copyright because you used less than 30 seconds. But if you're interested in using more than 30 seconds, then I suggest finding remixes because remix songs are absolutely awesome. Sometimes I like them better than the original songs, and they're just a lot of fun to listen to. And these last two things in this topic are incredibly important once you are happy with how your video looks and you want to post it. So the first thing is highly searched titles and keywords. It is important to fill your title of your video with highly searched terms that you think people will want to look at. So one of the most popular terms at this time right now are Tumblr inspired things. And I have seen this all around, from Tumblr inspired food, room decor, clothing, everything. And definitely just try and be true to what is in your video. Don't fill with keywords that are actually not pertaining to the video whatsoever, but definitely try and keep in mind those highly searched terms. And the next thing is thumbnails. I didn't take thumbnails seriously for the longest time. I just didn't really find them all that important until this summer, and I can honestly say that they have boosted up my view count dramatically, because when people see a good thumbnail, even if they don't necessarily know what the video is going to be about, they click it. If they are eye-catching, then people are gonna wanna click on your video. So I use PicMonkey.com for thumbnails, and I just highly suggest that you base however you want your thumbnail to look off of some of your favorite YouTubers' thumbnails. Topic 5 pertains to what lies ahead as you continue to grow throughout YouTube. So there are certain things that are just going to happen as you grow throughout YouTube and as you continue to post frequently. These things are basically inevitable, but I want to get you prepared for them. So the first thing is working with brands. As you continue to gain more and more subscribers, there are going to be many brands that try and reach out to you and try and sell you these products that they think that your viewers will love and that you'll love and that they'll give it to you for free, and just they'll fill you with all this baloney. And honestly, you just have to be incredibly careful. Definitely do your research. If a company contacts you and they seem kind of sketchy, go with your gut instinct. They are probably sketchy, and definitely do a lot of your research. If people are saying negative things about it, kindly decline. Just kind of say, no thank you, I rather not work with your brand, but thank you so much for keeping me in mind. And that is basically all you have to do. Definitely do not be rude. Do not be rude to companies, because companies communicate and that can get you blacklisted from a lot of companies. So always try and be nice, but be honest. If you are not comfortable working with that company or do not like a product that was sent to you, tell them. You should not feel obligated to use it in a video. The next thing that's gonna happen as you grow throughout YouTube is networks. Networks are going to contact you all the time. Some are better than others, and you just have to know. So me personally, I do not work with a network. I am completely solo. I make my money through Google AdSense, and a lot of people are concerned because if they're working really hard on their videos, they want to be able to get paid. You think, if I'm working this hard, why can't I get paid? And it's kind of true and also not really necessary. There are other ways to get paid if you are not with a network. So I personally do not like working with networks. I don't like the feeling of being tied down. However, I do work with Google AdSense, and Google AdSense is amazing. I have had really good experiences with it. So if you are interested in kind of learning more about that, then I suggest you research it, and I completely love it. But do not sign with a network unless you have completely read the contract, unless you have done your research. Talk to people who are with that network, and after you do that, you should have a pretty good idea if it is legitimate or not, and just go with your gut instinct again. If it seems kind of sketchy, or if your parents say, oh, this doesn't really seem legit, listen to them. Definitely listen to them. And this last thing is definitely the thing that stops people from doing YouTube the most, and that is people finding out, whether it's at school or a social thing that you're a part of. People are going to find out. The more you grow, people talk, so people are going to find your channel. And me personally, I've had a lot of mixed reviews on my YouTube channel. There are people who are incredibly supportive, and I have to say I have some of the most supportive friends in the entire world. I love them more than anything, and you guys know who you are. If you're watching this and you're from my school or my acting school, I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for being so supportive. And if you're watching this and you're watching this making fun of me, then you can kindly exit this video. I love you, not really. But seriously, people are going to have a lot of different opinions on your channel, and you are going to run into people who think it's the weirdest thing in the entire world, and you have to be strong enough to say, you know what, I don't care. Because if it's something that you genuinely love and it's something that you are confident defending, then you should seriously continue with it. Because if you are that strong to be able to stand up to whoever's making fun of you, then you are pretty much strong enough to do anything here on YouTube. And if you're ever having an issue with people finding out about your channel and you need some advice, I have been through some pretty tough stuff with that. And I think I might have some things that might help you, so definitely feel free to DM me on Twitter or anything like that, and I will respond. So that is it for this video. I know it was probably a long one, and I hope that at least some of you stuck through the end, and if you did and you're watching me right now, then comment down below, tacos are life, because they are, and I would love to see how many of you stuck through, watched the entire thing, and kind of just learned something. So if you did learn something and you think I helped you, then also tell me down below, because that would make my day. And that is it. I love you guys so much. I hope I helped, and this was actually a really fun video to film. So I'll talk to you soon, and I love you very much. Bye! Mwah!